Nice guys don't finish last. I highly disagree with that. Nice guys do finish last because of two factors. Number one, it's what the guys refuse to learn, and number two, it's what the teachers refuse to teach. Let's first focus on the things the guys refuse to learn. They're nice guys, all right, but they're idiots. And I've seen these guys. These are the guys that get 2 or 3 guys together and they'll lift an engine out of the car. Oh, look at my big bulging biceps. Shoot, I can hook up a pulley and a chain, hook the chain to the engine, pull it with the pulley, and I can get this engine out of the car just the same as you can. And I don't even have half the strength. That's called using the big brain up here. The brain is your biggest muscle. Start using that. Oh, look at me, I can lift a big old sack of flour. Well, why don't you look at me? I can take a sack of flour, put it on a 2-wheeler, and escort it out to the customer on the sales floor, and not strain my back while doing it. Not so smart after all, huh? That's what I'm talking about. Maybe if you learned as much as I know, and became financially stable enough to not only support yourself but also a spouse, and got yourself out of a ton of debt, maybe gals would be a bit more interested in you. You could be a nice guy, but be in the hole. And you're going to stay in the hole as long as you refuse to learn. The end. Nice gals don't like to date nice, ignorant men. It doesn't work that way. You either have a brain, or they're not going to date you. That's the way it is. I don't care how many of your interests they don't have in common. In the end, if you are a brainy guy, and they can see that you can come up with a perpetual money system that's going to keep them perpetually financially stable, they'll probably marry you anyway. Having a lot of money is not the problem. It's maintaining it that's the problem. Now then, here comes the other problem. The teachers that won't teach. I can't tell you the number of teachers I have met that simply will not teach. I got into a big old tango with a geometry teacher. Refused to teach Euclid's Elements. And I told him, flat out, and I'll stand by this, if you don't know Euclid's Elements, you're going to have a real tough time in geometry. And I know because I had a tough time in geometry until I found out about Euclid's Elements. He should have taught us, and he refused, and that was wrong. I'm getting sick and tired of seeing these people with MAT degrees going out and not telling the kids what they really need to know. What, you wanted to stay in the hole? Now, not all teachers are like this, thank heavens for that. And I have met so many of them that are. I don't think they need to know this. You're sentencing them to an impoverished future. And if they don't pay into Social Security, you're going to be in as much trouble as they are, because you're drawing from the very same Social Security they're supposed to support, but they can't support it because they're unemployed. So now where will you be? There's already a big hole in Social Security and Medicare. Well, let's make it a little bigger by not educating the kids. Wrong. Absolutely wrong. If you don't want to take the real time to really educate the kids, get out of the game. Because let me tell you something. I do teach kids Euclid Elements. I do teach them accounting. I do teach them computer tech. I do teach them high-end mathematics. And I'm going to continue doing it until I see their grades improve. And if you don't like me around, tough. I don't care. I'm going to continue doing it until it's done. And there's something else you all people should know. Ever heard of the Financial Accounting Standards Board? You better get familiar with them. You know why? Because eventually they're going to have you invest your retirement money into stocks and bonds. Now, that stocks and bonds are ownership in corporations. Now, how are you going to know when the corporation is doing well or doing poorly if you can't read their financial statements? You're not going to be able to. then you're going to be in real trouble. And you know that new health care law? Yeah. Might want to know a little bit more about that too. I've been talking about it right here on my channel. It's just you guys haven't been listening. And that does affect you. Big time it affects you. You have no idea by how much. So like I said, in summary, it's because of what men refuse to learn and what teachers refuse to teach. And I'm right about both. So, if you don't believe that a whole bunch of teachers cheated you, come to my channel, start watching my videos, and you'll find out. My grandfather always had a saying, put up or shut up. I'm putting up, and they're shutting up. I'll make them shut up. Every video I put up there makes them shut up. They're going there. Yeah. So, there you go. And you say, well, you had a tango with one geometry teacher. I've had a tango with 2 geometry teachers and an accounting teacher. So don't tell me what that MAT thing is like. Some people really get a good benefit out of it, and some of them are just dopier than dope. So don't tell me. I know better. Alright. I will tell you more in a future video, so stay tuned.